One more game here, Shane. A big matchup in the SEC. Number 11, Texas A&M on the road at number 15, Ole Miss. The Aggies favored by 2.5 points in Oxford. The over-under's 56.5 points. This game kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central on ESPN. And, of course, last year these two did not get a chance to play because of damn COVID. But who do you like in a matchup this year?
Oh, Mike, this is going to be another one of those games that you just – it's similar to the Mississippi State Auburn. It may be the last team with the ball that's going to win this thing. And, I think about these programs and where they're at and where they came from. And Texas A&M right now is playing fantastic defense. I mean, probably some of the best. Seriously, we talk about Georgia Bulldogs and about how great that defense. I'm telling you right now, if I'm doing 1A, 1B, maybe 1 and 2, it's definitely these two universities. They're just playing lights out. And I think with the defense playing like they are, they're going to be in every single game. We need more from Calzada. I get that. But how do you make Calzada a little bit easier back there? You keep getting that running game going. And that's when I look at Ole Miss, some of the games that they've lost this year, some of the games that they struggled. One thing that they struggled with was rush defense. And once they had that going, once the other team was able to run on them, it felt like that opened up the passing lanes, and Ole Miss struggled to stay in those ball games. So what's Texas A&M good at? They're good at defense and they're good at running the ball. So I think they match up well there. But, again, Lane Kiffin, you can't count him out of any game. I think he held back a lot there with Liberty. I think he tried to keep Matt as healthy as possible, running as little as possible. He's not going to have that luxury going into this week, and I think that's the key factor for him. When Matt is able to run the ball, it seems like that's when the offense is moving at lightning pace. But again, we're looking at a Texas A&M defense that is really finding their form here late in the season, and I just don't think Ole Miss – I think they're going to score points. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be like the Auburn game, but – I still just like my chances with the Aggies right now because they're in rare air. So that being said, Mike, the point spread on this game is what, 2.5, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go barely over that, but give me Texas A&M field goal lead 31, Ole Miss 28.
Ooh. Yeah, and you make it a good point there, Shane. A&M's rushed for at least 215 yards in 3 consecutive games. And Ole Miss is next to last in SEC and they allow 195 rushing yards a game. So that's going to be key to the game. If I'm A&M, I'm studying that Auburn tape and just running that same game plan. Just slow, methodical drives on an Ole Miss defense that can handle this rushing attack. Here's a prediction for you, Shane. I predict no Rebels will have a cramp this week because A&M's slow. They're going to go slow. They don't run to hurry up. So it'll be miraculous how healthy this defense is this week against the Aggies. But it ain't going to help, brother, because, like I said, they're going to ground and pound all over them. Ole Miss is beat up on the offensive side of the ball. They're still missing several weapons. But, again, Matt Corral, maybe he proves me wrong here. And if he does, he has a huge game. He needs to be the Heisman frontrunner. We need to stop with this, Michigan State running back or Cincinnati quarterback. Yeah. Get the hell out of here with that. Matt Corral has been a damn hero for Ole Miss this year. If not for Matt Corral, this is probably a 6-6 team. Whereas we're knocking here on the top 15, top 10 with thanks in large part to what Matt Corral is doing for the Ole Miss Rebels. But here's a key stat for you, Shane. Jimbo 23-0 at A&M when they lead after the first quarter. So that's going to be paramount in this game because it's at night, because it's in Oxford. If Ole Miss jumps out to a big lead, gets that crowd going, I certainly think they can win this game. I don't think this is going to be a dominant performance. I don't think you're getting – I know Bo Nix outdueled Matt Corral a couple weeks ago, but this ain't Bo Nix, brother. This is Matt Corral playing at home. He's going to put up some points on you. So you may have to outscore them a little bit. It may rely on Ole Miss ground game to get things going, but I do not like that matchup of A&M's front seven against Ole Miss offensive line. I like the Aggies there, so I'm right there with you, man. I got to go with the Aggies, and I like the Aggies to cover as well, but I do think it's going to be a very, very tight ball game. I'm going A&M 28, Ole Miss 24.
Here's a stat for you, Mike. Did you know that the Ole Miss Rebels are undefeated when they're not playing in the state of Alabama? Just throwing that out there. This thing is not in Alabama. That's my rare stat for the day.
Well, hey, man, I cannot wait for this loaded lineup of SEC action this weekend. We got to savor each and every one of these. You know, I mean, we only get so many of them. So, you know, some of these games you may not be too excited about, but I'm damn excited about each and every one of them. You know what?
Oh man, Mike, this could be a magical weekend. It could be. There could be some serious. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, man. There could be some upsets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It could happen. We talked about the Vandy, Kentucky game. We talked about the Tennessee, Georgia game. Probably, I mean, you didn't, but I did. And I'm still trying to beat that drum. But, you know, there's a lot of good games out here. Hell, LSU. If LSU beats the top 25 Arkansas, that's an upset, in my opinion.
Right.
So there's a lot of great games that are coming on this week, Mike. I'm looking forward to every single minute of it. Of course, I can't wait to get on here and talk about all the money I made this weekend with my lock of the week. Oh, hey, maybe we'll have emergency pod. That'd be great, man.
Absolutely. Let's hope you don't drink too many after the Tennessee Vols have a big show in here. Maybe we can do it.
Well, no promises, but yeah. I mean, I do got a lot of bourbon here now.